Hello, welcome to our video showcasing the ease of order and invoice management with WebAlliance, our leading e-commerce platform designed specifically for B2B wholesale distributors. Now, in this video, we're going to demonstrate how our platform really simplifies order and invoice management for your end users. This not only provides a better experience for your customers, but it also empowers them to get the information they need when they want it. They can act on their time instead of your time. It also frees up and unburdens your customer service team to allow them to serve your customers in other value-added ways, hopefully spending their time on really improving the customer's experience instead of reprinting invoices, mailing copies of orders, tracking down tracking numbers, etc. Let's take a look. So a lot of times your customers have challenges of a really inefficient way of trying to get at their order and invoice information. In many cases, they will have to call you or email you asking about something as simple as a tracking number or something as simple as a recent order that they have placed. We believe this isn't the best experience for your users, that most users would rather be empowered to get a tracking number when they would like that tracking number instead of waiting for your team to be available or to respond to them with that information. In the WebAlliance platform, we are proud to say that you can offer your customer a far more rich experience by giving them access in real time to order information. So unlike a lot of other systems where maybe the next day after an order ships, it will be there, with WebAlliance, this information is going to come in real time from your ERP system. So one of the main things that customers need to do is obviously place orders with you. And there are a variety of ways to do that, but a lot of our clients utilize a variety of shopping tools, such as our order templates, to have preset lists of things that they buy regularly. And so what a customer is able to do using order templates is simply have a list of items, add it to their cart, and once those items have been added to their cart, easily go through an automated checkout system. Now you're going to notice in the checkout process, this isn't a cart probably like many others that you've seen, but it's very much tailored to the B2B user, your users. And so it's going to allow for things like adding notes onto each line. So perhaps they can indicate this goes to department 1. Or it might even be something like they want to put some other sort of billing code on here. And perhaps that needs to be entered on every line. There are even tools to make that easy. You'll also see that customers can request things such as a requested ship date on each line. And so these are all things that your users may have had to do otherwise manually by phoning in an order and speaking with a customer service rep that they're now empowered to do automatically. Of course, WebAlliance is always going to show them their customer-specific pricing as well as inventory, typically in real time. And you can even decide whether or not they can choose where things ship from, or for that matter, what they see on inventory is highly configurable. We also support the concept of coupons. So if you want to do things like encouraging your users to shop online by offering them some sort of a discount, you can do that. In addition, WebAlliance does support the idea that you can do shipping estimates. When a customer starts the checkout process, they're going to be shown ship tos that are again from their ERP data. So I am able to say this particular customer code 102747 has access to all of these ship tos from my ERP. Now you can limit those and control who can see what, and there's plenty of details that we won't have time to go over today. However, you can decide many aspects of the checkout process, including do you allow them to manually enter addresses? Do they have to use addresses that are already in the ERP, what exactly are their limits, and you're going to be able to configure and decide those as is appropriate for your business. Once they have picked an address, you're going to notice that we're going to ask them what kind of address this is, because that's going to affect their pricing. You can see that in the checkout process, we support a variety of delivery methods. These are fully configurable based on what your needs are. Most customers have something such as a UPS type shipping, perhaps an LTL type shipper, sometimes shipping aggregators, other types of things that have been in there. Many different options are available. Customers can provide special instructions. Even on something like a PO, that particular aspect can be dictated by how that customer is set up in your ERP. So in this particular case, if this customer is set up in my ERP system to say, you must supply a PO with every order, then WebAlliance is going to follow suit with that. Your users have the ability to add attachments to a checkout, and that's going to be sent across to you. Sometimes this is needful for maybe shipping labels or return labels or proof of purchases or validations. All kinds of things have come up over the years where users told us it would be extremely convenient to be able to have attachments at checkout, and so that is supported. You can use credit cards, you can do on-account payments. There are other payment types, but on-account and credit card are the most common. You don't have to allow every user access to every payment type, so that's an easy process there for you to set up. And finally, a user is going to see their checkout confirmation screen, where it's going to tell them everything that they're going to submit for purchase with a very easy finish checkout screen. What's going to happen next is that this user is going to receive an email from you with a copy of their cart, and this cart is going to automatically import into your ERP system. So no rekeying of orders, any of that kind of thing. It's just going to be there. Back over on the customer's My Account page, you can see the cart that I just placed, and it is still pending, meaning that as of yet, it hasn't been assigned an official order number in our system. Once that cart is imported into your ERP, it will be assigned an order number in real time, and that order number will be displayed here for the customer to see. Now, any customer who wants to look at a previous order can quickly come over here to recent company orders. They could even do more searching, but that's a little outside of the scope of what we're going to talk about today. They could dive into a specific order number and see all the details of the items that were on that order, the ship to, shipping instructions, any invoices that were related to that order are also going to show up here, as well as any tracking information. And so this will of course just take them straight over to the UPS site where they can see where their orders are. You'll also note that they can reorder the order. So if they would like to just place this same order again, they can quickly just click the reorder items, and it will either add it to an existing cart or make a whole new cart for them. So back here on the customer's primary customer portal page, you can see there are lots and lots of tools here for their support. Namely, they can tell the things that they frequently purchase, and this comes straight from your ERP data. You don't have to do anything to generate that. It knows this information based on who they are. They also have the ability to do some very interesting things, such as look at their purchase history. So if they want to know when's the last time I bought something, they can see that right here. Speaking of history, taking a quick look back at the cart, there's something else you may or may not have noticed during our Add to Cart walkthrough. Every item on the cart has the ability, and you could disable this if you want, but it has the ability to notify the customer as to when the customer last purchased this item. And in this case, you can see it was purchased on 5/13, and there are 2 pending and 5 complete orders. The customer can drill into that and even see all the details of pending orders and previous purchases, with links all the way over to each of those orders or invoices and the price paid for each of these elements. Of course, an order is only a portion of what a lot of customers want to know. Many of them would like a copy of an invoice, and so the WebAlliance customer portal supports that with a lot of power for the customer to find what they're looking for. For instance, a customer can search by invoice number, by order number, or by a PO number that they might have used on a previous order. They can look at particular months as to their invoice dates, or even limit their search to just a specific ship to. Now, once they do that, they're going to see all of the items on the list, which they could export. But here's a really interesting tool, and that is they can preview the items of the invoice without having to leave this page. A lot of times in the past, we would see customers do what we call the invoice hunt, and they would be opening up new windows like this all over the place to find, well, is it on this invoice? No. Is it on this invoice? No. Is it on this invoice? No. And back and forth. And so we wanted to eliminate that for them such that they didn't have to leave this page at all to see the details of their invoice. And of course, if it is the invoice they're looking for, they can easily click through to that, have a nice printable copy of the invoice ready for them right there so that you don't have to reprint that for them manually. It's got all of the invoice information, again, from your ERP on the invoice, and they also have a reorder capability built in. So if they again find that this is an invoice with items they need to repurchase, they can add those items to an order once more. Another aspect of our customer portal is the idea of online invoice payments. Now, this is an optional module that a lot of our clients find useful. It allows the customer to select one or more invoices, and they can even do things like select them by date or just things from the previous month or past due items, etc. But they can select invoices, decide how much of a given invoice they're going to pay, and then execute that payment directly online. Now, they could use a credit card, or typically an e-check. Paper check is here so that we can show you a demo of how this would work. And so essentially in this case, a customer could select an e-check and put in what kind of account it is, their routing number. If they were using a credit card, very similar information would be collected. The other thing that is really convenient for a user here is that they can store their payment methods. Those are stored securely in a payment provider such as Authorize.net or Forte, so that you don't have any credit card compliance issues to worry about. And then the customer could easily just come back and use their saved payment method next time. So it makes it very easy for repeat payers to pay invoices online. Once they've selected their invoices and selected their payment method, they would simply review their payment. They can add any comments to it that they would like and submit that. Once this payment is submitted, if it is supported by your ERP, this invoice payment data just gets pulled straight into your ERP system and applied against the proper invoices. You'll note that if a customer does something such as a partial payment, we'll even alert you to that. The customer will get an email letting them know the payment has been made. You will also get a confirmation email, so everybody is on the same page. It is a fantastic system that allows for elimination of a lot of hassles and mistakes that happen in other invoice payment collection processes. So I hope that you can see the benefits that you and your customers are going to get by having an e-commerce platform such as WebAlliance. It has undoubtedly helped a lot of customers reduce errors, drive efficiency, and really improve customer satisfaction. Of course, we know that's a key tenet to retaining customers over time, and this is a very user-friendly tool that really makes it easy for them to do business with you. Thanks for taking a few minutes to check out WebAlliance with us and really just exploring how these features and benefits can help you grow your distributorship. If you're not sure that you can afford a solution that is this robust, backed up by a team that is committed to your success and fanatical about support, we encourage you to go to our website at www.aldrichsolutions.com/quote. When you get there, you're going to be able to do an instant online estimate. You'll fill out a form and check a few boxes. It will look at what is necessary to generate a site like you're looking at here, and it will immediately send you a quote. We would love to help you out. We think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Have a great day.